Hi everyone, just checking people at the back can hear. Okay, so I'll just go through the weather for the next few days. There's not too many changes from what we discussed the other day. So we've got the satellite image from this morning. Two key features to watch is the front that's over the South Australian region at the moment. So that's weakening as it comes through our neck of the woods, but we will see some increasing northerlies as it approaches. And then another system out to the southwest of WA, so that as that system moves over to us on Monday, we're expecting a low to spin up off the south coast and bring a southerly change extending up to the Queensland border on Tuesday, I think it is. So the MSLP pressure analysis, you can see that first front weakening or as it moves to the southeast and moving off the south coast on Sunday night. And then a trough deepening over New South Wales with the low forming Monday night and then southerly winds extending up to Queensland during Tuesday. So, yep, just those two key, I guess just a very quick summary. I'll go into a bit more detail in a second, but so mainly north-northwesterly winds for the next couple of days. And anyone still going on Tuesday or on their way back on Tuesday, there'll be a southerly coming up the coast. So this is this is a high-resolution access model for Sydney for today. So you can see north-northwesterly winds in the 5 to 10 knot range over the harbour around race time today, and as you move out through the heads, increasing a little bit and turning around to a northerly. And then as you head up the Hunter Coast, similar story, 10 to 15 knots north-northwesterly. There's a little bit of a swell hanging around from the front that came through yesterday. So I looked at the buoy this morning, it was about a 1.5 metre, 12 seconds off Sydney. That swell hangs around for today. The wind's increasing as the front moves a little bit closer today. Looking at north to northwesterly or north-northwesterly winds, 15 to 20 knots over most of the area between Sydney and the Hunter and up into the mid-north coast. Sunny weather for the duration as well, I should mention that. Some nice warm temperatures coming through tomorrow in particular. Tomorrow morning, north-northwesterly winds dropped off a little bit, swinging a bit westerly in the inshore waters. Stronger through the Hunter, but lighter as you head up the coast. And that swell, southerly swell, should have moved off and will be into a southeasterly or an east-southeasterly. And then moving through tomorrow, the wind's picking up again through the day, particularly in the offshore waters in the morning. And they'll extend inshore during the afternoon, but 10 to 15 knots to start off with. So northerly winds by tomorrow afternoon. Hanging around into tomorrow night, 15 to 20 knots over most of the mid-north coast, but as you head up into towards the Queensland border, they're a little bit lighter up that way. And the swell's really dropped off by that point. Now, Monday, this is as that second system comes across, the lows starting to form off the south coast, so we'll see the winds off the north coast really pick up. We may have a strong wind warning out for that day. Continuing sunny weather up on the north though. And then on Monday night, that low, the current forecast is for that low to move off the coast pretty quickly. So we'll start to see a wind change move up the coast behind that. Current timing is it reaches Coffs Harbour around 10 o'clock or close to midnight on Monday night. And the speed of that westerly or southwesterly change is around 15 to 25 knots. And that change moves up to the Queensland border by 10 o'clock on Tuesday, and then eases off pretty quickly by Wednesday morning. ocean currents, southerly ocean currents over, you've got to go a fair way offshore to get a northerly current. And the waters off Queensland or off the northern New South Wales coast around 22 degrees, so pretty warm. And yeah, just a really quick summary. So northwesterly winds around race time, turning to a northerly as you head out the coast, picking up particularly on Sunday and Monday, 20 to 30 knots on Monday over most of the New South Wales northern waters. And then that southwesterly change coming through up to Coffs by late Monday, and then throughout waters on Tuesday. And that's it from me. Have a good race.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the information you see on the presentation this morning obviously had to be prepared at a much earlier time. To get a short presentation like that, summary right, is a significant effort, especially now that it's only just about 8:30. I do want to thank the Bureau for making the resources available. I especially want to thank Jane for getting up in the wee hours to make all of these calculations. Please again thank Jane for the presentation.